you now to pitchside LFC TV's Peter McDowell.
Thank you, George. Good evening, everybody.
Big up everybody, Football Ballers episode 6. Episode 6. Now, big up to everybody, Toto, just sharing it in the NAF football chat. Big up to every Toto. Big up to everyone. I'll just slap my channel in there. Big up. So, we are in an injury crisis. We are. Before I start getting into this, I'm going to bring in my Hulk, who's my partner in crime, Toto.
Yeah,
Toto, I just saw that link drop in the NAF football chat. Yeah. I'll just drop there as well. Big up. How's it going, bro?
Yeah, it's going good, man. Going good. Just been, chilling most of the time, most of the day. But how I'm feeling, feeling well for this Football Ballers show.
Yeah.
Episode 6. And yeah, man, there's a lot to talk about. But how I'm feeling good.
So we got the injury updates. That's coming in. Both all right for the Carabao Cup final. So I was watching a podcast yesterday, which I will not name. I don't plug other people's podcasts unless they ask me to. I was watching a podcast yesterday, and this guy was. Let me just turn this volume down. This guy was talking about injuries to players that will need to win the Premier League, and he said Alisson, standard, obviously Alisson and Mo Salah, but the other ones that we really need is where maybe the fan base don't really talk about it that much. He said one of the vital tools of our part of our midfield to let it tick and for us to win the Premier League is Curtis Jones. So Curtis Jones is out of the Carabao Cup final. They're not saying how long it's going to be for, but it's not good news for Liverpool. We've got Curtis Jones out, and also one of the other key elements of our club is Diego Jota, and he looks like he's going to be sidelined for about a month, maybe 6 weeks. And look, this guy says he was actually funny, trying to make a joke about it. That's what you can do at the situations like this. He says, look, we're not going to win the league with this squad. And look, I know people are going to say to me, I know you're going to say Solo. No, you're going to say Solo. You're going to say Solo. Should have brought in January. Yes, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
This is why we should have brought some players in January as backups. But everybody said, nah, we'll be all right. When our players get back off injury, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We don't need them. Now what? This is what I was trying to say to people. The league was there to get at. The league was there to win. It was there to win, right? And I kept saying on this, and people was, you're negative. I wasn't negative. What are you saying now about negativity? I said that we need to buy players in the January window for situations like this. For situations like this. Now, Diego Jota's out. Curtis Jones is out. There's rumours about Nunes that he picked up a slight knock. That's why they took him off in the second half. That's why he didn't play in the second half. I don't know what to say. It's just like people just don't listen. The simple is don't listen. It wasn't about me being negative, just to be negative. I was just saying, look, the league's there to get at. Why not fatten up your squad for times like this? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know. And look, people say, we've got our players back now. We had our players back, but I always said, I thought in my mind, there could be always one sniggling injury coming around. Look how Thiago came back. We were all buzzing. Thiago came back. And we're all saying, look, we've got all our players, but we've got Thiago back. We're gonna walk the league. I'm not saying more people said that, but no one really said that. No Liverpool fan will say we could have a chance to win the league. I think we've got a chance to win the league. But if we're gonna win, and forget the league at the moment, if we're gonna win any trophy this season, we've got to have our crucial players back. And I know we've got Nunes. I know we've got Diaz. I know we've got Salah. We've got Salah back now, and I'm so glad there's no status that Salah's injured. But Jota, you got Nunes injured. You got Jones injured. You've got three of most crucial players. You got Curtis Jones just starting to come into his own. You know, every single game he's putting in performances. You're not really doing anything wrong. Curtis Jones performing. You got Jota starting to perform, you know? And you got Nunes coming into form, scoring nearly every game. Not nearly every game, but he has been scoring and building his confidence up. And I think he's got about 14 goals this season. I know it's not a lot compared to the other striker, but 14 goals is still a big improvement for the beginning of the season for Darwin Núñez. And now we got him injured. So, look, my thoughts on... We've got cup finals to go. We've got FA Cups against Southampton, which I'm glad that we drew... Well, it's either Southampton or the other team were going against Southampton. I think we should easily, no disrespect to how Southampton, but the quality of Liverpool, we should walk over Southampton, right? We should walk over Southampton. And then after that, we have got a Carabao Cup final. And there's another one I forgot to mention, Alisson. Alisson is also injured as well. And this is where we'll need him for the Carabao Cup final. Even though Kelleher, I think, is a really, really brilliant keeper, but he can be inconsistent sometimes, you know? And Alisson will be obviously the best pick. But now Alisson's off, yeah? Who knows what's going to happen? This is time for Kelleher to show his stuff and show what he can do in a crucial moment. This could be our first trophy of the season. Our first trophy of the season, Carabao Cup final. And I think the FA Cup is no bother because I think we can play kids and win that one. Even though we've got to start some crucial players, I think we can play kids and win against Southampton easily. But this is the time when we've got to save our players for the Carabao Cup final. And I'm wondering who we're going to start. I think Gakpo will get his start. Salah will get his start. I think it's going to be Diaz, Gakpo, and Salah up front. That's going to be the front three for the Carabao Cup final. Because I don't know how long Nunes is out for. I think Jota's out for the rest of the season, or he's only out for a month. I don't know, but there's rumours that he could be out for the rest of the season. But I think our front three going forward now is probably going to be Diaz, Gakpo, and Salah. Because Nunes is going to be off. Jota's going to be off. And we're barely going to have any forwards to play with, really. So I don't know how we're going to survive this towards the end of the season. Let's hope our players get a speedy recovery, because we can't just keep the same free front line. We've got to rotate him. We don't want Salah to come back and get an injury once again. We can't just keep on playing Salah. End of the day, Salah just come off an injury, and he didn't play a full game. Our last game against I forgot who it was. I forget things too easily. Our last game, he never played a full game. He only played like a quarter of a game, half a game.
Yeah,
he only played 30 minutes, roughly about 30 minutes. Yeah, so him playing the full 90 minutes, we don't know how he's going to handle out. Like Ben Doak, he's injured as well, so we can't fill him with Ben Doak. Jota, Nunes injured. There's two of our main frontliners who are injured. Nunes could probably start in the right. Jota recently been playing right wing, but now we haven't got options for that. So Salah's our only option because Ben Doak's injured. Don't know how long for. And yeah, it's gonna be a problem for us for the league and Carabao Cup final.
I said it. Look, the thing about it, the positive part about it is that we're still top of the league. That's it. We're top of the league. Yeah, we got a Carabao Cup final this weekend, which we should dispense of Chelsea. Even though we've got players off, we still should win that game. We've got Mo Salah back. That is the best news we could ever hope for, that we got Mo Salah back. But look, regarding people getting injuries, look, I said in January, and I'm not coming off negative, I'm just coming off my opinion, what I thought at the time, and I still think that. I said in January, okay, we're top of the league. Yeah, the team is playing brilliantly. Everybody's linking up. Nunes is coming into his own, playing good on the left. Everything was running smoothly. And all I said in January is, why don't we just buy about 3-4 more players? Yeah, just to fatten up the squad in case we get any injuries. Just in case any injuries occur. That's all I said. Yeah. And people were saying to me, oh, nah, we don't need to buy any. We can wait until other players come back off injuries. But those players that came back off injuries are injured again. Because sometimes that can happen. If you get an injury and you're off for a while, and then you suddenly come back into the fold, you can re-injure that same injury. It happens. And all I was saying is, why don't we just buy 3 or 4 more players? It doesn't have to be the top player. Just someone who can play good football and it could fill in for someone in case we get any injuries. That's all I asked for. Because when I looked at the table at January, or even before January, I looked at the table and I thought, you know what? This league is there to get at. Man City wasn't playing that good. Arsenal was still stumbling. We were the only informed team, us and Aston Villa. We were the only informed team in the Premier League. And all I said is, why don't we just buy a few more players just to fatten up the squad, just to keep it going for times like this? Now we're getting injuries. I understand. Look, we've got Curtis Jones out. This is one of our vital players of Liverpool. He gets the midfield ticking. Jota, that worries me a little bit because that might be a long-term thing again. Maybe 4 to 6 weeks, which we need him now, Jota. And then Alisson, I think Alisson's only going to be a short-term thing. I think Alisson's going to miss the Carabao Cup, but I think after that he's going to be back. So I'm not really worried. I think Kelleher will be good for us in the final. I think he's good enough to beat Chelsea, into being goals. I think Kelleher's a good keeper, and I think he'll be fine for the cup final. But it's the running. It's the running I'm looking at now, because I'm looking at Arsenal. And Arsenal's defence, let's face it, they got the best defence in the Premier League, in my opinion. Regarding letting in goals, I think they're up there. I think we're just underneath them regarding defensive. Arsenal looking strong now. Even Man United are coming into form. Man United are going for that top 4. So Man United is not going to be a walkover when we go to Old Trafford. So if people are thinking that we're going to go to Old Trafford and walk over United, that ain't going to happen, because United are in form. They are in form. And then you got Man City. Okay, Man City dropped points on the weekend, but how often do we say that in the season where Man City drops points? We know what Man City is going to do. We know how it goes. They drop points, and then the next game they're going to go whitewash someone for 4 or 5-0. Very simple. So If Man City, they've got their game in hand this week. If they win their game in hand, they're going to be just behind us. How much? 2 points, is it? 0.2 points? That's nothing. That's a draw. We could go to Man United, right, Old Trafford, and get a draw. Man City are back in it. Very simple. So the league is not over. But my point I'm trying to make, the original point is, I just wish that Liverpool would have brought a couple players in January just to be safe. That's all. That's all.
Yeah, we should have bought more players because that's what I'm saying. Look, we've got all these players injured now. Now we've got no depth in the front line. We've got Bendo, Nunez, Jota injured, and now we've got no depth. Simply, I think midfield we got fine.
Defense, big up 12 man.
Yeah, big up 12 man. Defense we got fine. I think goalkeeper isn't really an issue. Even though Alisson probably the best keeper in the world. Goalkeeper ain't really an issue because I think we got a good backup keeper, Kelleher, and he doesn't really disappoint when he comes on. It can be a bit, under the weather. It can be a bit on the edge, but he still comes through. He had a really good game last time. Made some really brilliant, outstanding saves. Couldn't really do nothing about the goal conceded because Tony just got that on the rebound. It's just the way it landed, but he did really make some five brilliant saves he made. And I don't think keeper is an issue. Defence is not an issue. I think we've got a good defence. The really thing I got an issue there is that the inverted role, which Kanaya, Van Dijk doesn't really have to do much of the work. Kanaya is the one who runs and just charges people. The right backs just go forward anyway into midfield and don't really come back. At least Conor Bradley tracks back. Conor Bradley comes up, he tracks back, come back in the defence. And I don't really have a problem with Conor Bradley playing there. But when Trent plays there, he just stays in midfield, and that's basically just for the rest of the game. So I don't really like that inverted role where Kanate will probably lose legs, he'll probably lose stamina, even though the professional footballers and he can easily go a full 90 minutes. Kanate has to do much of the work on the right, and Van Dijk doesn't really have to do anything. Even though Robertson, I think both of them do the same, to be honest, because even Robertson comes up, but Robertson doesn't really come up like Trent does, because Robertson goes at the wings, he whips in a ball, there's no chances, there's no one going to pass to him, he tracks back straight away, and that's the only reason why. But I think the midfielders look fine because we've got Tony Wataru, McAllister playing his 8 role, Curtis Jones, not Curtis Jones, of course, got Ryan Gravenberch as a backup. Gravenberch will probably start against Southampton and in the Carabao Cup final. See how Gravenberch does, even though he's in absolute not really the best form of his life at the moment. Let's hope he comes through these 2 games, because these 2 games matter: the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. Carabao Cup, we can bring our first trophy home of the season, so we can always say we've won a trophy. Which I really want to win that final.
Yeah. Listen, we'll talk about that on that. I think is it Thursday or Friday? We're going to be doing that. Yeah, Thursday.
I think Wednesday.
Tomorrow we have we have a player line up with the Luton game, because we play on Wednesday, Luton. So tomorrow we'll do the Luton game. Luton Town. So we do Luton Town. Yeah, we do that. I wish we was at their ground again. I like their ground in our Luton. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to be playing. We're going to do that watch along. We'll do the player review tomorrow and that. But yeah, I'll just tweet it. I'll just put up on Twitter now, just now, so you can go and see my tweet. I'll say it now. I'll put it out clear for you. I said, and people stay quiet in January with fake positivity regarding Liverpool purchasing players in January. What now? I told you, man, we needed to fat up our squad. But the positive is we got Mo back. Simple. We got Mo back. And with Mo Salah in any team, you can win anything you want. Because we've still got Nunez. We've still got Gakpo. We've got Elliott. Some people are talking about Trent, that's out. Yeah, well, I know. Losing Trent now, yeah. If he's going to get injured now. Because you don't want him to get injured in the running. The last couple of months of the Premier League, the last 4 weeks of the Premier League, that's when you want Trent. So if he's going to get injured now. I think Trent won't be out for that long anyway. But when we've got Conor Bradley. Conor Bradley is an amazing player. What a talent. What a talent Conor Bradley is. And for me, he should have been Premier League player of the month, not Jota, in my opinion. That's my opinion. What do you think of Mo Salah coming in, Toto? And what do you think of the Conor Bradley situation? Obviously, he's going to be inverted. He's going to be inverting with when he plays for Liverpool. He's going to be inverting like Trent. What do you think? People say he couldn't invert, but he's very good at inverting. To be fair. Go.
Yeah, I think Conor Bradley is good at these type of games. He's played for us, of course, in Europa League. He played really good there, and Europa League, you know, he's crucial fixture if we want to get to that round of 16. And I think Conor Bradley can handle the pressure. You know, he's fearless. That man. Every time he comes to a game, he's fearless. He's not afraid to be stuck in. He's not afraid to do what he usually does. And yeah, Conor Bradley getting not on the player of the month thing. I think Conor Bradley did deserve player of the month. With Jota got it, which is fair enough. But my opinions on Conor Bradley, on starting these two games, I don't really mind because I think he's an engine on that right wing back.
Yeah.
He always goes forward. He always tracks back, and that's what I like about him. Salah coming back, it's good, but can he play a full 90 minutes? Even though he's capable of playing a full 90 minutes, but he has recently come off an injury. Yeah, a hamstring injury. So let's see how he has. I know when he played like 20, 25, 30 minutes, roughly around about that, on our last Premier League game, which just come up. But I want to see how he plays and copes for 90 minutes. Because, look, if you don't cope for 90 minutes, it's going to be a problem. You know, because we've got no depth in our front line at the moment. Two of our forwards are injured. And I'm thinking, look, we've got no one to... Who are we going to sub on? Look, are we going to change the formation? Is Klopp going to play with a 2-up instead of a 3-up so we can have the extra forward as a backup? We're going to go with the old 4-3-3. You know we're going to go for the 4-3-3.
Yeah.
But say if Gakpo gets tired, say if Diaz gets tired, Salah's obviously going to stay on. If he plays, he's going to stay on. Unless he's got an injury, he will stay on. Because you know what Klopp's like, he just leaves him on. But yeah, I just don't know what we're going to do with our front line at the moment, man. I just don't know what Klopp's going to do because two of our forwards and Ben Doak, 3 forwards now, out. So who are we going to sub on? But that's just my opinion. I think Conor Bradley starting against Luton. Look, if it was just me, I would probably say Conor Bradley because even though Luton, I think has got, even it's at Anfield, right? Luton is personally, I think Luton's a good team because every time they're against City and all that, even though they only lose by like 2-1, 1-1, 2-1, always a draw or even just a small loss, like a 2-1 for an example, or maybe a 3-2. Luton's that kind of team, so facing Luton will be a challenge. Look, even though Luton is like near relegation zone, I think they're going to stay up. I think they're a really good team, but they just don't have the quality. But they do not mess around when it comes to these games. They don't really care who they face.
I know.
So, yeah, but Bradley, I think we should save him for the FA
No,
Cup.
are you reading the question? That's what I was going to say. This is a question from Twitter because we've got the Twitter connected to the StreamYard. So this is a question from Sim on Twitter. Do you want to answer that, Toto? He says, go on, answer that one.
Bradley should not start. He's a kid. Don't burn him out. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm about to say. Like, save
big
him.
Up, Sim, bro.
Save him. Yeah, big up, man. Big up from Twitter. Make sure you follow us on both Twitter pages. But yeah, Bradley, save him, right? I think FA Cup, we can bring him in a little bit, but the Carabao Cup final, that's when we should start him. You know, because Southampton, I think we can walk over with kids. You know, we could probably start James McConnell, Owen McConnell. We can start those, in the Southampton game. I think we just start kids in that one. But the Carabao Cup final is where we start Bradley. So we'll have a break from the Luton Town game, have maybe a couple like 5-10 minutes, 15-minute game. Save him for the Southampton, manage his minutes in the Southampton game, and then after that, give him a full start in the Chelsea game because that's where we need that engine in right wing back. Because you know what he does, goes up and down, tracks right. That's what a right wing back does. I don't think he can play inverted. I think he's better as a wing back because he can always track back all the time. But yeah, like I said, I agree with you, man. Sim, I agree with you. Bradley should not start. He's the kid managing minutes. Yeah, exactly what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that one as well. It depends on the situation of football, depends how the game's going. But we'll see how it goes from there. But we're gonna go on to a new topic. This is it's gonna be still Liverpool, but it's a different topic. It's going to be about Xavi Alonso. So we all know that Xavi Alonso is probably the favourite regarding the fans' point of view to be the next Liverpool manager. But basically saying that Liverpool is to poach second Boy Liguston's man after Gabriel Alonso is planned for the Reds take a new era, new shape. So he's the favourite to be the Liverpool manager, but the sporting director is also going to be maybe potentially coming with Gabriel Alonso. So Gabriel Alonso and the sporting director of Bayer Leverkusen, Simon Rolfs, might be coming with Xavi Alonso, so that might come as a pair, not literally a pair, pause, but it's going to be together. They'll both come together. He'll be the sporting director, and Xavi Alonso will be the head coach of Liverpool. What is your opinion on this, Toto? With regarding, I think this is a good move because look, Xavi Alonso knows this man. He works with this man at Bayer Leverkusen as a sporting director. Sorry. He works with Xavi Alonso at Bayer Leverkusen, sporting director, and Liverpool are looking to bring them both in as a pair. So what is your opinion on this with the sporting director coming with Xavi Alonso, the ones that work with him already?
We need a new sporting director because
yeah, I know that. I know. Yeah, we're getting one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What's your opinion on this guy?
On this guy, I haven't heard of him. Look, I'm
but honest. He works with Xavi Alonso at Bayer Leverkusen already as a sporting director.
The signings and
they know each other.
Yeah, so they know each other. So there's the chemistry right there, and the players that he's signing from Bayer Leverkusen is really good, like Frimpong, Florian Wirtz.
Yeah,
and you got really good players over
Bring
there.
him in as well. We'll have him. Frimpong, come on.
Yeah,
Frimpong. There you go. There's my dog.
He's bringing really good players over there. So bringing that sporting director that knows Xabi Alonso, and Xabi Alonso can probably, if he wants to sign in, he can go talk to him, and he probably most likely will get through and give him the money. So getting that in will really, really, really be a really good asset to Liverpool because now we ain't got one. Everything's run by Klopp. We ain't got one. But bringing in Xabi Alonso, sporting director, and will potentially bring his players, it will be a really, really, really good.
Simon Rolfs, his name is Simon Rolfs. I think he's a sporting director at Bayer Leverkusen, and he works with Alonso already, which we've just explained. So for me, that makes sense. You're bringing in a sporting director. He's already been working with Xavi Alonso already. Obviously, they get on. So the chemistry's there, like you just pointed out. It makes perfect sense. It's a done deal. So hopefully they can bring them both in. And also from Sim from Twitter, you want to answer that one?
Bringing Xabi, Livingstone, Wirtz this summer. Yeah, exactly. We need Livingstone, and we definitely need Wirtz, because when Xabi Alonso comes in, it's going to be completely new system. He's going to play with, I think he's either a 3-2-4-1, 3-2-4-1, or 3-4-2-1. It's either 3-4-2-1. It's either one of those. So he's going to play wing backs, and this is where Bradley can fit in. I think this is where Trent can push it to right mid, maybe. Or Conor Bradley playing that wing-back role. And that's why I think Frimpong would be a really good asset, because he'll fit straight into that system. Of course, I think Trent will move up to midfield. I think Trent will move up to midfield. And I think Bradley and Jeremy Frimpong will be there to cover for the wing-back positions. So, yeah, it'll be a really, really, really good sign if we sign those this summer.
He also said we don't need Frimpong. But it's always better to have two than one.
Yeah,
it's better to have two than one. I wouldn't mind Frimpong at Liverpool. I think he'd be a great asset to Liverpool. All right, we got Conor Bradley, but wouldn't you like Frimpong? Remember, he's a young man as well. Brilliant player, but remember he's young as well. So we can't just really, it'd be nice to bring Frimpong in with the experience, and then you just move Trent up to midfield. I think when Xabi Alonso comes to Liverpool, I'm sure he's gonna put. I'm sure he's gonna put Trent. I'm sure he's gonna put Trent in midfield. What you reckon?
Yeah, I think he's going to put Trent in midfield because he needs to go there, you know, because look, I don't think Trent personally could defend. I don't think he can defend. Every time when he's against a skillful defender or a fast defender, he can't really handle it. But yeah, Trent playing midfield, I think, perfect for him. Look, he's the creator. And I don't think he's really a defender, really, because usually in right back, as soon as a match starts, he runs up the field and he basically stays there. Leaving Kanata to do all the work, leaving Kanata and Van Dijk two at the back. That's what I really don't like about the inverted system between two right backs and left backs. But yeah, if Xabi Alonso does go to that 3-4-2-1 system, I think that's where Trent can utilise his skills in midfield, and Conor Bradley or Jamie Frimpong, if we do sign Jamie Frimpong, goes in that wing back role, and I think we'll be cooking with that formation because since the system is already played.
He also said, I think Xabi will sack his 3-4-2-1 system, why he has a better squad at Liverpool, and he also says we have Trent Alexander, Bradley, and Gomez to play right back. Don't need Frimpong. I understand where you're coming from, bro. Totally understand. But for me, right back, Trent don't belong there anymore. I think he's going to be a midfielder. And just relying on Bradley as a right back, he could be good, but I would like a Frimpong as well. Just have that extra. Just have that extra cover. Frimpong is class, man. Why wouldn't you want Frimpong in Liverpool? And Toto.
Yeah, I know. Because Frimpong, I saw clips of Frimpong and I saw the recent highlights when they beat Bayern Munich, and I saw some of the game as well. And Frimpong, he's skillful, man. He can play right wing, he can play that, and he's really, really, really skillful. And I saw him in that. I think that's a player for Liverpool. He's fast, he's skillful on the ball. He can keep the ball. He can do over defenders, pause, and. Yeah, look, Frimpong, I would love him at Liverpool. I know where you're coming from. That we've got Bradley and Gomez and Trent, but Trent, I think, will be played in midfield, and bringing in Frimpong will really, improve that system since Xabi Alonso has experience of playing it before. So I don't know if he's going to sack the system. I don't know if he's going to keep with the 4-3-3 system. But yeah, bringing in Jeremy Frimpong. We're really, really good option for Liverpool.
Another question, boys. Sim. We got Sim. Sim, if you're watching the free Twitter, thank you very much. Follow me and Total Hammer on Twitter. We're on Twitter there, or X, however you pronounce it. Well, I'm still Twitter. I'm still old school. So you can always follow us on Twitter or X. Just look for us. I'm at Solo. There you go. There. At Solo from GB. And there's Total at Total Hammer there on the screen. And you can also follow us on YouTube as well. You can put Total Hammer will put our links for our channel in the chat room now, and you can click on our links and just Total, you want to put our links for the channel, you can put them in the chat room. Then you click on there, then you can be able to watch us, or if you want, you can actually join us on the show if you want to, for down the line, because that's what you want. It's up to you. It looks like you know your stuff. Frimpong is a wing back, not very good defender, great going forward. Listen, bro, we know that we need the extra. Look, we need the extra players, in my opinion. Look at Liverpool's injury record. As you're looking at it now, imagine Frimpong in our squad now. Imagine that. He could change everything, couldn't he? Frimpong, if he's in our squad now, he could change everything. So if Liverpool were linked to him, I wouldn't say no. Put it that way. I'll be a happy man. I'll be going to sleep more peacefully at night, thinking that we got Frimpong in our team. So Total Hammer, you got anything to say before we head off?
No, I don't really say. I think bringing in what
you can keep talking. I don't
mind. Bringing in more signings will be really good, like Livingstone, Florian Wirtz. I think Jeremy Frimpong, I know he's not really a sitting defender, but what do Liverpool play with most of the time? Wing backs and inverted roles. And I think when Xabi Alonso comes in, if he keeps to the 4-3-3 system, I'm not sure if he can get Frimpong or not. But if we do sack the 4-3-3 system and go to a 3-4-2-1, that's where Frimpong will be utilised. That's where Trent will be in the field. And yeah, that's what I think. I think when Xabi Alonso comes in, I think he'll bring his own players, his own sporting director, which is highly
Yeah,
rumoured
it's
now.
gonna that guy might be. Yeah.
Yeah, and it'll be good for us, man. It'll be really, really good for us. And that sporting director is important. That's where
It's very, very vital.
that's
Very
what I'm gonna ramble
vital.
about. That's what I'm going to ramble about all the time. The sporting director.
When we was at our best, we had a sporting director.
Yeah, and because now all the decisions come from Klopp, and you know how Klopp is with the signings, but the sports director will sort that out all for him. If he wants a player, he
It
will
takes
probably
some of the strain off the manager, I guess.
yeah,
That's what it does.
and he'll
doesn't it?
ask for money, and maybe the money will be given to him to buy the players that he wants.
Oh, and Ivan Toney.
Yeah.
If you watched the game yesterday, if you go and watch the game yesterday, Liverpool's game in the entirety, not just the highlights, because they're not really showing the highlights. You have to maybe show the extended highlights, maybe the 30-minute one, or just try and go and watch the match in its entirety, the whole match. If you watch it, you'll see that you see Ivan Toney going over to Klopp, giving him a hug, because Ivan Toney's a Liverpool fan. And you can see he was really upset that Klopp's going. I think I couldn't really read lip him that much because he kept hugging him, holding him, and it looked like he was really emotional, Ivan Toney, because he really loves the club. And I think he'd be I think Ivan Toney, right, because he loves Liverpool that much. This is just my personal opinion. Doesn't mean anything really. I'm just a YouTuber just with an opinion. I think Ivan Toney would probably take a pay cut just to get to Liverpool. He's that kind of a guy because he loves Liverpool. He's a diehard Liverpool fan. Obviously, he prefer to play under Klopp, but Klopp's leaving. That's probably the conversation he's having as well. So he's sorry to see him go. But I think he would probably take a little wage cut just for Liverpool to sign him next season. What you reckon, Toto, on that situation?
I would love Ivan Toney at Liverpool, and he's going to bang in goal every single season. He can't really even look. He just come back to Brentford, and he's already killing it. He's already scoring goals, and he's a definite finisher. I know we've got Nunes, I know we've got Jota, I know we've got Gakpo, but don't you want a deadly striker that he's going to finish most of the time? I think the only deadly striker we got is probably Jota, because Jota finishes every time. But having that extra one, I won't mind him at Liverpool. I know we'll probably have an overload of strikers, but look, our strikers are injured, so we don't know what's going to go on there. But yeah, I would love Tony at Liverpool, honestly.
Yeah. He also said, hold on. Sorry, mate. Sorry about that. This flu just won't go away. He says that Tony went over to Klopp to say he's bet on him staying at Liverpool this summer. Nah, he looked like more than that. Yeah. He wishes. Yeah, I think he would take. I'm on about a wage. I think he probably, in my opinion, I think he would take a wage cut to come to Liverpool. I think. Because he looked really emotional yesterday. If you watched that when he was talking to Klopp, he looked really emotional. He looked like a kid in his dad's arms and giving the hug. He hasn't seen him in a long time. I think Ivan Toney would, I think that killed him yesterday, scoring against us, scoring against Liverpool. I think that killed him a bit inside because he's a die-hard Liverpool fan, man. He's been a Liverpool fan all his life. He says West Ham. You want to read that one, Todd?
West Ham DOF is also linked to LFC. Can you repeat that? I don't know what I don't understand what DOF means.
No, do I?
But if you can repeat that, then yeah, I'll elaborate on your question.
I think if I was Alonso, I'm not sure if Alonso was gonna go for Ivan Toney. I reckon if Klopp stayed another season, he would probably go in for Ivan Toney. I think he would. But now he's leaving. I'm not sure where Ivan Toney fits into Alonso's plans. If it was me as a manager, I'd definitely bring in Ivan Toney. There's one thing you can say about Ivan Toney, he knows how to score goals. You know, he knows how to score goals. So that's it, man. I'm finishing up now. I think tomorrow, I was going to do a video today with F1. I think I'm going to leave that now to probably Wednesday. No, not Wednesday, probably Thursday, because the thing is starting soon. What do you call it again? The winter testing is starting on Wednesday. So I'm going to do the review of the winter testing, and that will probably be Thursday or Friday. Yeah, so I'm not going to do it today because the winter testing, I want to put everything, unless something breaks dramatically, then I'm going to do it. But apart from then, it's probably going to be Thursday where I'm going to be doing the review of F1, because the winter testing is on Wednesday, Thursday. So Thursday night, if you like Formula One, Thursday night, we're going to be doing the F1 review, talking about the winter testing and all the other news regarding Ferrari and stuff like that. So we're going to know more on Thursday what the car's all about, the Mercedes car, and where it's going to stand in the packing order. But before we leave, you got anything to say? Before we go, actually, big up to Sim for joining us. Thanks for staying with us and joining with the conversation. This is what we like doing. Joining with the conversation.
If you want us to use good content, if you want us to interact a lot, just join in with the chat, man. Like Sim came on Twitter, and when we're only small on Twitter, only got like a couple hundred followers, but he still came in. He had these to come in and join in with us. So that's really good, man. Sim, don't forget to follow on both channels. I'll put the link in the Twitter chat again to my channel. Then I'll put it in for Solo's channel as well. So
yeah, I'll do mine.
No.
This is my channel. That's my channel. I'll just put the link in there. There you go. So if you want to follow me on, because when we do our videos, we do them together. So it's one of them. So I'm going to be signing out now.
Yeah, man. I was going to say one thing. Thanks, Sim, for joining. Really appreciate it, man. But yeah, I think my upcoming video is coming up now. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the video, obviously, Sim. Yeah, thanks for that, man. Thanks for that. It means a lot. It means a lot. Great football conversation, and it looks like you know your stuff, man. So feel free to join in on the YouTube chat.
If you want to join in, if you want one day we'll do a video. If you want to be in a WhatsApp group, we've got a WhatsApp group. If you want to DM me on Twitter, DM me or Toto Hammer. We've got a football WhatsApp group. If you want to join that, DM one of us and we'll get you in there. Okay, no problem. So big up to everybody. I'm glad that you joined us today. Big up to everyone. Yeah, man. If you like Formula One, we're back on Thursday. Tomorrow, before we go, tomorrow, guys, we have our player lineup, Liverpool and Luton. Liverpool and Luton, that'll be tomorrow. So if you want to join us tomorrow, that's going to be around about 6 o'clock. No, not 6 o'clock. It's going to be around about 8 o'clock. So if you want to join us for that, just come and join. Big up to everybody. See you later, guys. Big up, big up, big up.